Architectural Builders Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
Hey, thanks by the way for sending me the email. Did you find if there's a way that I could switch these doors to fail-safe?
Well, so it becomes somewhat elementary, sort of low voltage wiring based on the hardware that's there. How versed are you in low voltage?
I'm pretty well versed in that.
Okay, so we know that the motor can handle continuous duty.
Okay.
So where would you?
So I could place it on normally closed, you're saying?
I didn't say that, but you're striking to the heart of the matter. So
okay,
yeah, you're gonna,
I'm getting ahead on you.
No, you're there. What's the four components to the circuit? The power supply, the load, the switch, and the conductor. What's the switch in the circuit?
The switch?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't understand.
What's opening and closing the circuit?
So I have what type of controller is that, Joel? Do you know what that's called? I'm just using like a smart controller. It's just it's on a network, so it's just. I mean, I can have that one, so it has a normally open, and common, and normally closed. So I have those options.
Yeah, so you're literally gonna have what you're gonna have, in my opinion, would be a fail secure sort of situation. So it would be, normally open is how you would, wire that so that, your, whatever the item is, so you've got a software controller and you can control whether juice is all the time or only, but how do I get into the door? I mean, is it a keypad? Is it a key switch? Is it a PIR?
It's a swipe. It's a proximity.
Yeah. So reader. As long as, and that keypad is going to be that card swiper. That's not only a switch, but it's a load as well because it requires power. So you're going to flip how that's wired, and you're going to run power to that exit device continuously until such a time when someone, I would imagine, opens that circuit by card swiping.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying. I think I'm following you here, but the issue that I'm having is that the panic bar has a mechanism that it's just basically a motor that closes. It pulls the panic bar shut, like it squeezes the panic bar, and that's how the door unlocks. So it needs power to suck that in.
The latch bolt, yeah. And that Kawneer device, that Kawneer rim device, you can run power to it continuously.
All right, so that would keep it unlocked all the time though, right?
It would, until I would imagine in your software you have, and I don't know much about these software programs, but I would imagine you can have either a time delay or you can set time zones or time, a 24-hour programmable. Yep. So you could say, hey, listen, at 8 in the morning, close the circuit. At 5 at night, open the circuit. And then between 5 p.m. and 8 a.m., I can only get in with my card swipe.
Yeah, but the issue that I'm having is that, see, the way that the motor works is when it squeezes the panic bar shut, it needs power. So when it doesn't have power, it just releases the bar and the door locks. So is there a way, I mean, maybe I could get another part that I can replace that with or something, that it would work in the opposite fashion?
You don't want it to work in the opposite fashion, I don't think. I think you want to power it continuously so that the latch is held back, retracted, so that you can have push-pull operation.
Okay. All right. I mean, I could try that out.
So I think what you're saying is you would like to have a fail-safe panic device so that when there's no power, it's unlocked, so that you're powering it to lock it?
Yeah, basically yes. So what's happening is that right now the way that it's working is that it has no power. You swipe, and the power supply gives power to the panic bar device, and that's what sucks in the panic bar, so you can get in from the outside, so you can enter.
And how long is that delay? How long does it hold it back? How many seconds?
6 seconds.
Okay. So what if you turn that 6-second value into hours?
Well, I couldn't do that because we're trying to. We only want access for certain people, so those doors have to stay locked, during working hours.
Now I'm lost. So it needs to be locked during hours, and you can get in with your card swipe. What would be the point of holding it unlocked?
See, the reason why we would want to hold it unlocked is in the case of a fire or a power outage, that people can enter. Like, let's say the fire department, for example, like they would be able to get in. They wouldn't be locked out if the power was out.
Can you? What I would do is I would be looking into the fire alarm panel in the building, sending rather than opening the circuit to that device, it would close the circuit, forcing that to unlock. So the fire alarm panel would command that. Now, I don't know if that will work if you've got the stuff to do that, but the fire alarm panel would send that signal, so to speak. It would just close the circuit, allow the power supply to energize the exit device and pull that back.
Yeah, now that would work because the power supply is on a battery backup. But if in the case that there's like a power outage or something, then that power supply wouldn't, it would only have power for a short period of time, as long as the batteries would last. So it could it could hold the doors open, but not a long time. Like they've had problems in the past where they didn't have power for 2 days. So
that
those
power
doors were
supply
locking.
looks like a Tesla at that point with all the batteries you'd need.
Exactly, yeah.
So I think there's something there to look into. If you're going to be running that much current through the card swipe, you're going to want to make sure that is rated for the current that's going to go through it continuously. I just wanted to mention that if that ever came to pass, because it may not be rated.
That would be okay. We've wired other strikes that with on normally closed circuits. So we've had other situations where they're constantly powered.
But is it you'd probably be okay because it's a motor and not a solenoid. Yeah, I would think that motor draw is going to be super tiny and well within the range of your card your card reader. Correct.
Even with the solenoid, we haven't really had any issues. It gets warm, but they last for years.
Yeah, warm is normal.
But the problem that I'm having is it seems like this lock only works the one way. So, or the panic bar mechanism. So that's why I'm trying to find a way to see if it would work with the existing panic bar, or if there's like another mechanism we could use to make that fail safe.
There are not fail safe exit devices because they I've never heard of such a thing. I mean, they're inherently fail safe from the egress side. But having said that, I spoke to the Kawneer doesn't make the 1686 or whatever the RIM device is, the 17, nor the NP1. They buy that from some OEM company that doesn't sell that material to anyone except Kawneer. I know the guys
Gotcha.
there, and I communicated with them yesterday, and they're like, yeah, you can power me continuously. The guy said, you just have to wire it so that it's getting powered continuously.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem. That's just it's as easy as just moving one wire to a different spot on the terminal bar.
It definitely sounds like it is. And then in the event of a emergency, the fire alarm can open that circuit. Can close that circuit to the power supply, making sure that there's power going through there. So that 10 o'clock at night, there's a problem. That door is unsecured.
Yeah. All right. Well, you've been very helpful, Richard. I appreciate your time.
Excellent. Please do let me know how it turns out.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.